Hi there guys, so recently Mike Tyson done his podcast Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and he had Sugar Ray Leonard on his show, and Mike Tyson explained what it was like to retire from boxing after ruling the heavyweight division and being on top of the world, then going from that to being a retired boxer. This is what Mike Tyson had to say after he broke down in tears on his show. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring. I was an annihilator. That was what I was born for. Now those days are gone, it's empty, I'm nothing. I'm working on the art of humbleness. That's the reason I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. So that's some pretty heavy stuff from Mike Tyson. And he's not the only one. Many fighters struggle when they retire to let go of it, to understand that it's over. Because it's just such a big part of their lives, especially considering they start when they're like 10, maybe 15 at the latest. And they are a student of the game. They give 20, 30, maybe even 40 years of their lives to the sport of boxing. And then all of a sudden, just like that, it's over. So it's very hard for fighters to let go of that, especially the buzz they get when they get into the ring and everyone chants their name. That is all of a sudden just gone. And it's very hard for them to get over that and find something to replace it. Look at Vladimir Klitschko. He's still flirting with the idea of coming back. He has explained he wants to come back and break George Foreman's record and become the oldest heavyweight world champion ever. And also you have Floyd Mayweather as well. He is always coming in and out of retirement. These guys have plenty of money. They are financially secure. They could easily see out the rest of their days on the money they have earned from boxing. But all the money in the world will not satisfy that craving to get back into the ring, because that is all they know. That is where they feel most comfortable and most at home. Even though it is going to war with another man or another woman, it's still just where they feel most comfortable. And it's how they learn discipline and all of the life skills that get them to this point in life. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua. Look where he was before boxing. Look what boxing has done for him. Boxing has allowed him to turn his life around and do something positive and inspire others to do so as well. But unfortunately, boxing is a young man's sport, and you either retire from boxing or boxing retires you. And fighters are always better retiring when they're on the top and when they're ahead of the game. But do they ever do that? Some of them do, but many of them come back. Take Floyd Mayweather, for instance. He's 50-0, done everything he can, but he cannot stay out of the ring. You have to wonder whether he will be satisfied until he gets beat, because then he will know where his limit is. He's 50-0, never been beaten in the ring. So does he know how far he can push it? I don't think he knows, and I think he wants to find out, because he keeps winning and winning, but at some point, he will come unstuck. And maybe he won't be satisfied until he knows his own limitations. I don't think any boxer retires from the sport and doesn't consider coming back, unless boxing retires them, which is unfortunate and very sad, because I think when a boxer retires on top, they always wonder if they could go back and dominate this era. They wonder if they still have it there. They still want to do it because they didn't find out their limitations, because they retire at the top and they don't know how much further they could have pushed it. So they either continue for too long, or they retire and come back, and boxing ends up retiring them. I think there definitely needs to be something put into place to help boxers when they retire from the sport, because Mike Tyson explained he feels like he is nothing without the sport of boxing. He is nothing unless he is the heavyweight champion of the world and competing on that stage. And when all of that is taken away from him, how does he slot back in to normal life? I mean, he's been boxing since he was like 10, 12 maybe. So that's been a big part of his life. So I would imagine it's very difficult for a fighter to retire from the sport to just go into a normal life. Which leads us to the question, why can the best never really let it go? Because they have been at the top. They've been to the very pinnacle of the sport. And after that, there is nothing really that can replace it. But one thing I will say is this. Mike Tyson was heavyweight champion of the world. He was unified champion, undisputed champion, one of the most feared men on earth. He is now a retired boxer, but one thing he has, and what very few people have, is when Mike Tyson talks, we shut up and we listen. That is the person Mike Tyson has become. He may not be unified heavyweight world champion anymore. He might not be at the pinnacle of the sport, but one thing he does have is the ability to speak to people and for them to listen. And his opinion on the current heavyweight division and the landscape of that division is always valued. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Mike Tyson explaining what it was like to retire from the sport of boxing. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.